Hey, we're back. Okay, we got a pretty tough boss coming up. And, as with the bosses in this game, as soon as we pick up a mirror fragment, we're going to be greeted by a wonderful cutscene of another fairy. Yay.
No, you don't! You had better not be taking that if you know what's good for you!
It's bad when you can tell by the first sentence that this voice actor is going to be horrible.
So, you must be the red-haired swordsman that Shue and Sarah mentioned.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Do you dare invade our space like this, certain troublemaker? Well, I will just have to make sure you don't get any fun.
Oh, you will you?
I hope you have a peaceful journey after death.
My God, your voice is whiny. Oh God. What she said about, kicking our butt and such was not quite untrue. Because this is one of the tougher bosses in the game. And saying that most of the bosses aren't already tough in the first place, but this guy is just a jerk. Because this is actually a, it takes a while to kill this boss, and it's mostly for the fact that you can't hurt them directly. You have to use these little bomb things that it shoots at you. You have to hit it back at the thing, and that does damage to it. And sometimes they decide that they're not going to actually aim for it, so that can kind of screw you over too. It's really weird how they aim, but yeah. Just dodge his arms as much as you can. You can try and blow him up so you don't have to worry about him for a good while. But they always come back, so you shall find no rest in killing them. Only temporary. You'll find a little bit, not much. Anyways, yeah, I did a practice run or two of this boss. He kicked my butt. The second time I did pretty good, but then it just kind of fell apart right at the end. We actually haven't done all that much damage to him already, or so far. So far we have not done very much damage, which I do not like. But yeah, if you can get like 4 or 5 shots into him in a row, you can do a good bit of damage. Very good bit of damage. And I wish I weren't getting hit by that stupid attack so much. That's probably his most damaging attack, and it's the most annoying to dodge. Because he just keeps on slapping the ground and making these big shockwaves. It's just kind of hard to tell. Or, it's just kind of hard to avoid because he's constantly moving his hands from one side of the area to the other. Quit that. Stop slapping me! But yeah, those little bomb things, they only do 7 damage, so of the things you can get damaged by, I'd suggest those more than anything else. Also, I used that last healing thing. Not very smart. In a not very smart manner did I use it. Ow. Yeah, I probably won't make it this time, but just to give you a good idea of the boss fight. And then we shall try again and try and be successful and gather the fruits of our labors of making progress in the game. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, jeez. You can see the shadows of the rocks from above, so yeah. Oh, great. Stupid hand! Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Attempt number 4? Yeah. Yep. Oh, jeez. I hate you! There are all sorts of things that make this boss unpleasant to fight. Because it's another one of those bosses where you pretty much have to wait for him to decide when you can actually damage him, because these bombs that he shoots at you, these explosive enemies, they're the only things that you can use to damage him. And if he's not shooting them, then you just wait until he does shoot them. And in the meantime, you have to avoid all of his attacks. And considering he does so many attacks, like shooting lasers out of his mouth, doing this, slapping you, hitting the ground, making shockwaves, big variety of stuff, you barely have time to pay attention to him actually shooting the bomb enemies at you. And even if you do, you're probably too busy avoiding one of his attacks that I just mentioned to actually take advantage of them. So, you know, you just kind of have to wait until it conveniences you so that you won't die. But he'll actually be shooting something at you while you're not dying. Not a fun boss, really. I'm not very fond of it. It's probably one of the toughest bosses in the game. Ow. But yeah, we have 3 potions that'll completely heal us, so we just gotta hope that'll last us throughout the boss fight, and that's that. As you damage him more, his facial features, or the rocks protecting his face, start to kinda chip away. You shall notice that more as the battle goes on. Right now, his left eye, or his right eye actually, is kinda screwy. His eye is all screwy. Sum up this boss fight in a sentence: I wish it would die faster. I really wish it would. And I hate this attack because it does a lot of damage and it's hard to avoid. And he does it like 3 times in a row, which, you know, isn't really all that much fun. When you're trying to do damage to him at the same time and trying to stay out of the middle of the arena so that he doesn't hit you with his giant death laser, which does 70 damage. And of course, the explosions knock you down most of the time, which prevents you from hitting him anymore with these stupid things, more often than not. It is not a fun boss, and it usually takes me multiple attempts to kill him. For your sake, I will be cutting most of that out, but just so you know, not a pleasant boss fight. Of course, I could have leveled a little bit more, but we're at the point where, you know, you're at a sufficient level that you won't level up too fast, even if you're grinding. I don't know. What can I say? Just let's hope we can kill him. That's about it. I really hope we can kill him. As you can see, now he has this little eyeball in the middle of his head. What I never got was, at the beginning of the fight, he has those 2 eye holes with the rocks that you chip away eventually. If he has eye holes there, then why is his eye hole right in the middle of those where he can't see anything? I don't know. Kind of weird eye hole placement if that's not even where his eyes are. It's like if you got a monocle and you just put it in the middle of your forehead. You know, if you can picture that, it wouldn't really help out with your eyesight, would it? I know, random image, but yes! Yes! Orjugan down. Thank goodness.
Do my eyes deceive me? I had gone to so much trouble to resurrect that servant for the Great One, and you
act like it was easy.
I can't forgive you for this. You have committed an unspeakable sin.
Yeah, you come over here and I'll commit another unspeakable sin by stabbing you in the face. In fact, bring your sisters. I'll stab them in the face too. You all deserve it. Blah, 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 blah. Joey talks in third person, Sarah has an annoying voice, and I'm really whiny. Rah. They're like the Three Stooges of being really annoying. Okay, well, we are level 40 now. We have a giant hole in Orjugan's face, so we can just go on ahead and use his arms as means to get across there. But we're going to save going here for next time. Yeah, I'll see you there.